Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another generic paranormal show. I'm KD,
I'm
and this
Austin.
is it's me, co-host Austin. That was a terrible.
I just saw Trailer Park Warrior.
I don't
like
know
it.
if it was Australian or English or what.
It was almost
like
like
a little bit.
it's almost like British, but like
Yeah, it was kind of like a.
it was
like
almost Cockney in a way.
Yeah, Cockney. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Hello,
Yeah, like
Governor.
like a Cockney British accent. Yeah.
Hello, Governor. Yeah, it's easy to switch into Australian from there. Hello, Governor. What about a wallaby? So,
It is interesting. They're very close in a lot of ways. Anyways, what are we talking about tonight?
well, I figured we'd talk about paranormal stuff. If we didn't, people would complain. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
It would be
probably.
Weird. It would be weird.
I wouldn't watch.
Weird. Well, we'd be making it weird. So I figure we will pick up where we meant to go last week with our little conversation. We got swept up into the Spiricom. But
It's fun,
I
fine
would
topic though.
It is. It's a good topic. I'm not saying it's not, but I would like to go back and look at Mark Macy again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna queue up a video right here. Why don't you tell us where you're going and what you're going for there, Austin, on your little trip while I do this?
Oh yeah, I will be on Thursday. We're leaving. Colleen and I are leaving to go to Savannah for the first time. I'll be hitting up Savannah, Georgia. We'll be checking it out along with Steve and Kayla Gregory. They'll be coming down with us. We're going to be hanging out at the Savannah Paranormal Museum. I guess the owner, Christopher Susi, he is he's bought some equipment from me, and so there's a couple of panels, like these giant illumination panels that I built that are way too big to ship. Way too, like, I mean, I could. They're expensive as hell. So I mean, we're just gonna drive them down there and take a couple days to check out Savannah. I think it'll be cool.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds neat.
Very neat.
Neat.
No ice, buddy. Neat.
Entered the forest of the knights who say neat. Oh, this is cool. What is this? Sorry, I'm just looking through stuff here. We got a paranormal peep show. This guy.
Who?
I don't know. We're gonna find out because we're gonna watch
Peep
this
show?
video. Paranormal Peep Show. It's a channel.
I should hit up Ron.
Yeah, Ron Yacovetti.
Yeah, I should have hit him up earlier. If I would have known, I would have.
Well, I did post it.
If Ron comes on, we'd
be talking about on here.
Screen.
You can ask him to come on anytime.
Yeah, but I can't.
Put that on me, Rick.
I mean, I'll have to leave the stream for a moment in order to.
I mean, not right now.
Right, exactly.
I mean, so anytime, like in the future.
Yeah, I should tell him because he would be. Well, the reason I say that is because like a lot of his work is like follows the influence of Mark Macy. Like Mark Macy is one of the people that is like came up was like I don't know if you would call it discovered DRV or like, I mean, he practiced it. He, whatever. He may have coined the term too, right?
What ITC?
Direct radio voice.
Oh, direct radio voice.
Yeah.
Are you saying Mark Macy did? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if he coined it or not, but I know that he has a big influence on the work that Ron and Lourdes do. I would have to see it. I think that they would be very good on this topic. Damn.
Yeah, we'll bring them on, dude. You know them.
I know, but
say, hey, you want to be on the show? You want to talk about ITC stuff and demons.
Well, I would have to reach
And
out to them, like I said.
quantum
And I can, you're not as interested in quantum physics as I am. Although quantum is like,
I mean,
everything.
I'm very interested in it. It's just that I you know where I stand. I think that the reason why something is supernatural is like our creator didn't create everything like a barrier that we just had to get to a certain point, because he would, that would be with knowledge that we would get to that point. So I believe whatever it is, it stands outside of our actually being able to functionally examine it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like part of the problem with quantum physics is that once
Right,
you
but I feel
examine
like,
it, it changes the
well,
outcome.
but I
So
feel like, right, I feel like in the future though, we'll
it doesn't
work
explain
out a lot of
the why
stuff.
though. It only explains
Well,
the
that's
how.
that's what I'm saying. Well, it's possibly how, not exactly how, right? Like it's kind of like
Yeah, it's
quantum
theoretically how.
opens up all these new doors for us, but
Well, it's only just breaking everything down to the fundamental particles, the atoms, all the different like
I
the
guess gaming.
like going down to
I-
photons, man. Like like everything breaks down to quantum mechanics. And so if we're understanding how photons and the fundamental particles of everything in the universe works, especially when we're talking about a dark possibly dark matter that does not interact with the electromagnetic spectrum, so photons would not interact with it. Like there's so many things that could like kind of open up open up pathways in the paranormal field. But I agree with you that it doesn't explain why. Like it can't explain why things are supernatural or why things happen, but it
or
shows.
even if those things will explain the supernatural, it's like it's possible that the supernatural, whatever these things are, that they emanate or whatever from another, or like another dimension or something like that, or something.
It wouldn't explain intelligence.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if these
Right.
things exist in some other realm,
It could.
I don't like to say dimension because that doesn't really.
The quantum physics side of it would more or less only be a different way of us detecting anything or sensing any changes in the environment, and we can look at an atomic level, which would just be, the ultimate. Like if you want to see if there's any changes, and like significant changes, especially like anomalous things, like that's where you would want to go, is be looking into the quantum level. But it would not explain, it would not define intelligence. It wouldn't really define anything or be able to communicate anything to us, except that there was, it's just more or less sensory and the way that we understand our physical universe kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel you. But we still don't know if that will even still explain the supernatural, the intelligence.
It wouldn't explain it.
Well,
it definitely would not explain it.
If you're looking at it from an angle like we can figure anything out with what we know.
It could explain how, just not why.
Sure.
Like that's the big thing. It's
Well,
kind of
not
like
only why,
saying,
like
well,
what
it's the
level
same
of
thing
explaining it.
that okay, so like how a lot of people, I preach this thing like God can be the reason for why, but not the reason for how.
Yeah, this is like philosophical. Like,
oh, we're gonna get this is what we do, man.
This is it. So this is Mark Macy, right? And I'm
Mhm.
not going to play this beat for beat the whole thing. It's an hour and 24 minutes, and it's on this other guy's channel, Neil Peel, the Paranormal Peep Show. Okay, he's got more subscribers than I do. He's got 1.29 thousand subscribers, and I think I have almost 1,000 on. Well, I think we got over 1,000 on the
1.29
YouTube page, but yeah, 1.29 thousand. But anyway, so we watched the whole video over here, McPeel, the Paranormal Peep Show. But we're just gonna skim through some of the Mark Macy stuff.
Is that like 1,290?
Is it what? What? 1,290?
He said 1.29 thousand.
Yeah, 1.29 thousand. That's what it
That's
says right here.
1,290, right?
Yes, it is, but that's the way it reads right here. 1.29 thousand. 1.29K.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yes, you are also correct. Both things are true
That's
simultaneously.
so weird. I've
Is
just
it weird?
never
That's
never
just
seen
kind of the way
it.
YouTube does it. Yeah, they just
Never
do it
seen
like
it.
that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But so this is Mark Macy, and he is at the Afterlife Enhanced. No, about ITC. Okay, so he's talking about ITC communication with the Afterlife Enhanced. Is that like what is the Afterlife Enhanced? I don't know what that means. Okay,
No,
hold on.
it's
We're gonna
saying that
watch
the
it.
video communication with the afterlife enhanced with audio.
Oh, haha. Oh my God. I read sometimes. Yeah, communication with the Afterlife Enhanced with audio. I was thinking it was. There should be a comma there. You know what I mean? There should. Sorry.
Fair
Old
enough.
school.
Punctuation matters. That's right.
It does matter. It really
I thank
does.
you all for
It really does.
Can you hear
a
this?
lot of
Mhm.
pretty incredible, mind-boggling information to share today, and I can attest to the validity of it. I know I've become friends or was friends with the researchers in Europe who are getting these contacts. A lot of them have already died. But they're starting to contact us from the other side even. But so anyway, I'm glad you came. Well, God was looking down on the earth recently, and things seem to be a little more unruly among.
Oh, look who's about to be
As
talking
far
about.
back as I can remember. So, in the course of healing, in 1991, I went to a conference in Fort Collins, Colorado. I ran into an old fellow named George Mee.
I knew it from the
George
picture. Yeah,
was
I
the
was like,
father of ITC, or instrumental
Spearcom, baby.
transcommunication.
Okay.
It's the use of technology to get information from the other side in the form of voices, images, and text through technical equipment.
Pause it real quick.
TVs, radios, telephones.
I do want to make a point though, like, because last time I think maybe or maybe not, we may have shitted on the Spiritcom a little bit.
No,
But
I don't think we did.
I felt like, I mean, maybe you didn't. I kind of did. I felt like it was kind of proven to be fraudulent at the end, like with not necessarily proven, but it's highly like assumed or inferred by the paranormal community, or at least the people in the ITC
I mean,
community that have knowledge of it. But one thing, the only thing I wanted to say was
everything
that
in
regardless
paranormal
of
is contestable.
that is fair. But the only thing I wanted to make a point of was that George Mee actually really is, regardless of whatever happened with the Spiritcom research, like he really was a foundational researcher in ITC.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of what he does has translated down the line. And I think, I mean, especially when it comes to radio communication. So that's just the only thing I wanted to make. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
I felt like I was a little. I may have been a little harsh. I don't know.
I don't think you were. I don't think it was out of the way. I mean, it's logical skepticism,
Right. Okay.
It's healthy skepticism. Like there wasn't as much. It definitely wasn't as easy to document things like with video and everything back in the day. I understand that editing would always be a problem, even with VHS. You have to spend a bunch of money on a video on a VHS editing.
Well, there's that little clipper thing. They would like clip it and then somehow tape it to the next slide. I don't know.
Yeah, really but weird. I don't think with VHS they did. I guess they did do that some, but like that was a higher level though. You're talking about people. Who
you had to. You definitely had to have the skill for it. You definitely had to have the skill for it.
Yeah, but no,
there was a machine you had to get. Like,
that's what I was saying. No, it was a PC. I have one. It's editing.
Yeah, it's got like the 2 reels and
Yeah, it's got 2
lights.
heads on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
And you can
Yep.
so you can splice and cut and
Mhm.
do all that
That's
stuff.
editing.
You
That's
can
the
add,
editing
yeah,
back in the day.
that was editing. And now it's all software, but back in the day it was
Mhm.
hell. I mean, 30 years
Literally
ago.
slice it and yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Sorry,
computers and
continue.
that kind of thing.
So that's George Meeks.
But George had some amazing things to share
Spiricon,
with
dude.
Congress. He said his wife, Jeanette, had died the previous year. And shortly after getting settled in on the other side,
Yeah, how you feel now, Austin? His wife died and he was doing all yeah.
You know, I feel pretty
Feel like a
shitty.
big,
I'm
you
not
feel,
gonna
you
lie.
feel like a big man? Does that make you feel like a
I
big
kind of
man?
feel like a dick. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
she
sorry.
sent George a letter.
As
through a
well you should.
computer. The
I'm just kidding. I
letter
don't
came
think you
through a
say anything
computer
like
in
that.
Europe while George was home in North Carolina.
He's watching me right now. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna fuck it.
Personal
He's gonna come through your radio and
incidents
call
from
you a
our life
bitch.
He's
together.
gonna fuck up all my communications.
Like, shut up, bitch. Austin's a bitch. He's gonna say that. It's gonna come through the box. Everybody's gonna be like, "What did it say? Did it say what I thought?" You go, no, it didn't say that. It said, "Life is bitch."
No, just George.
I'm
shut
pretty
the
sure
hell
I
up.
heard it say Austin's a bitch. That's what I heard. Yeah,
George,
that's
shut
what
the
you
hell up. I'm trying to talk.
To do with the box
That's
of
what
books
you get.
that shipped Anne Valentin in California.
get. Yeah, this
The
is
books
cool.
got lost and shipment, and when they received the box, it was full of hard.
So they were sending shit through like fax, and what is it? What was it called? Oh God.
Well, I know that they were using
Telephone?
a telecommunications wire, probably, or the telecommunications
like,
servers,
Anyway,
like satellites and shit.
Novels. A second item
anything
had to do with the
basically
yard
that
light
was
that made it so
digital,
in
any
the
kind of
backyard for a
communication
outrageous
transfer, they were
sum
messing with it.
by a local electrician. The third item had to do with a house key that they lent to their tenant Betty, who had lost her key. Now these 3 incidents they were of no interest to anyone really, not even to George, except that they proved conclusively that Jeanette's mind and memory were still alive, and she had her full faculties about her physical body. And that's what George was trying to do since retiring from industry. He was trying to convince the world, I guess, that there is no death, that we live forever. And it's just a transition from one state to another. He said that Jeanette also sent him a picture from the other side.
No, I've been interested in doing that. And
you need a dark room, right?
Good job on the garbage disposal. I read that right? Okay, cool. Thought I was having a problem there for a minute. Maybe I'm having a stroke or something.
You might be. Who knows, you old ass.
But yeah, no, I wanted to. Right, I want to try doing that one day. You gotta have a dark room and everything. And,
you exist in the dark room in your
I do.
basement.
I mean, this is a dark room.
You just change that green light behind you to red, and you should be good.
Yeah. No. Sure.
It'd be that simple, right?
That light doesn't change to red though. That's a green light.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, just change it out for a red one, and then you'd literally have a dark room. Because that's like, it requires that red infrared light, I think.
I do have red lights though. I do. Of course I do.
Maybe not infrared, but
I have all the lights. I have UV lights. I have red lights. I've got a green light. I've got a flickering. I've got a flickering blue light. It's the best flickering blue light.
Everyone says so.
Look at it flicker. It's never been done before. Pretty sure we're the first. Somebody told me the other day we're the first. Frankly, we're the best.
I don't know what these other suckers are doing. I'm the best.
Anyways, we were doing this. We were talking about this. Okay.
Showing Paradise World that she was living in now. The woman on the left face is Jeanette Meek, and the young woman in the dark dress is their daughter Nancy Carroll, who died at the age of 2 weeks.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So they got these images. This is the 5th box.
Now, how'd they get that?
The 5th box. Okay, so they were doing. They were supposedly
the fax machine.
No. This is on a TV screen, I believe. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Nancy. Yeah, you don't need a dark room if you only make the negatives. True. Yeah, but I will want to expose them too because I feel like that might be, that's another layer of it. You know what I mean? The chemicals and the
Yeah.
chemical reaction with the paper and the light and how it comes out. That could be. Also, a lot of people don't take into account like we're all taking pictures with our phones and stuff, and this a digital image, even just any kind of digital image is going to be different than a photo taken on, using film. So yeah, no, and film's been used, and that's fine. We're always off track. We live off track, off the tracks.
That's why we just have continuations on to the next episode. We just don't kind of stop. It's just the same conversation continued.
Continuously over and over and over.
I know.
I enjoy it.
I do too. Cheers.
I probably shouldn't smoke on here, but I don't care. 1,000 viewers.
Y'all gotta watch. It's just we're adults. It's late at night.
Well, I don't put on there this kids.
Yeah, this is not safe for children. We're not suitable for children.
So, anyways, this is done using. I want to say they were using. Darn it. I want to say they were using the VHS video recorder.
Okay.
Camera, and they had it set up on a tripod, and they were feeding the. It was basically a feedback loop.
What were they feeding into it?
But they were actually no, it wasn't really a feedback loop though. Now that I think about it, I can go back and look, and I'll look it up here in a little bit. But it was they were just filming static on the TV with the VHS camcorder, and then they would go through it frame by frame. And they said this is what they found in one of the frames. So I can't remember what that's called. There's a word for it.
It's what you and I do with the TVs.
Basically,
except not with the VHS, we do it.
Not VHS, right? Which will add a layer because all the static and the.
But I mean, that's a pretty incredible picture. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's one of those. Damn, that's too good to be true. This looks like
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not.
It looks like a movie. It looks like a movie on
a dude from a movie in the 70s.
You know what it looks like?
He's got a turtleneck on. It looks like
I'm watching a movie on this.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and this is like a lady that's reacting to him, and this is somebody that's standing somewhere else, and they're at a beach.
They're on the beach, right there. There's a pier. It looks like
some trees or some rocks or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's whatever, man.
This is okay. So, can I just say
though, like, this is part of I can't say that it's not real, but I can just say that I would need to see the. I would need to repeat the experiment and get something similar.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, part of the issue with, I think the part of the issue with credibility in the paranormal field that, comes from.
Yeah, it does. Haunted Mama.
It comes from these kinds of things.
Right.
It comes from these super exaggerated claims. And it creates a problem for modern day researchers, investigators, and people like you and I who are trying to come up with these experiments like legitimately with, basically using visual white noise. And then somehow, some way, this guy, and I'm not taking away anything from Mark Macy, because I know a lot of the research that he's done is phenomenal and, like I said, foundational, but something like this, man, is like, what the hell? You know what? What does this do for us? Like this in a historical context, like this as a historical
Yeah, this would have
figure,
to have, maybe
incredible
this
thing.
has some, yeah, maybe it has some sort of significance to them. And I think it did. I think it was, if we listen further, he'll tell you what
Go ahead,
these
keep
people
playing.
are.
Yeah.
Nancy Carroll came to her as a baby again, an infant. She was delivered to Jeanette. And meanwhile, Jeanette was growing to the prime of life from an old woman. And the baby quickly grew to the prime of life.
As an old
so
man.
Everybody in this paradise
I'm just
world
kidding.
lives a prime
Sorry.
of life between age 25 and 35.
Hi, Catherine. Turolas. Sorry.
That's a mouthful.
That's a nice name.
It was a very healing time for Jeanette, who lost her baby at 2 months or 2 weeks, I guess, and by the time left the hole in her life. So it was a very healing time, which is something we all.
You know, the healing thing, all the talk about healing just kind of puts me off sometimes, you know, because of these people that come out with these devices. They say they can heal you. You know what I mean? Yeah, but they say they make some bold claims. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do. Yeah. I mean, there's something to it. I'm not saying
some of them.
I'm
not
saying
with these little ass devices, man.
No,
like,
I'm talking about the sound things where it's not radionics. It's like sound healing. They use
that's
like
what radionics is. It's using
I thought
frequencies to target.
Yeah, but a radionics box is a little different.
Well, it's radionics also involves intention and all that stuff, but like a radionics that's a different side of it. But like the initial main thing with radionics is healing using audio frequencies. So there is actually something to it, and it can be done, but not with these little ass instruments or these little these little devices with the spirals on them and shit. Like that's not. No, you need like real. So like you got magnetic resonance imaging, right? Which is MRIs. Well, it would have to be a machine similar to that size, and it would have to be able to like target specific areas. And it's not just these little Schumann wave generators or whatever, you know.
Schumann wave, yeah.
That's the Earth resonance, by the way.
It's Schumann. I know that. I knew that.
Well, the audience may
423.
32.
Yeah, what was 423?
That may be one of the Solvigios.
I can't remember what that is. That's a special one too. So it's 32. That's right. Okay. There's several that you have to remember. And that's one of them. And I can't remember it ever.
Well, the Solvigios are usually the ones that people use for healing. There's like 9 of them, I think. Maybe. Is there 9 or is there 7?
I don't know. Let's watch this video.
I can't remember. Kosher them quickly in this paradise world. The man on the right is Hal Roach, the TV Hollywood producer from the 40s and 50s. They didn't know each other in a lifetime, but they seemed to resonate at the same vibration, so they wound up in the same paradise world.
Yeah, like a paradise. Yeah, like palm tree. Either that's a palm tree, or that's his hair up here.
The letter came through a computer in Europe. The researchers would go to work in the morning. This couple, they turn everything off before they left. Sometimes they get home, and there would be new files out on the hard disk or computer, which was now running. It turned on by invisible hands, I guess, while they were gone. And the files that contain text, like pictures, like the litter.
Hold on, he said that in a sarcastic way, though. Don't you think?
Go back 10 seconds.
Hollywood producer from the 40s and 50s.
Oh, so I was kind of right.
They didn't know each other in the lifetime, but they seemed to resonate at the same vibration, so they wound up in the same paradise world. What is this picture? Well, this picture was both the picture and the letter came through a computer in Europe.
Wait, did
The
did I go
researchers
past it?
would go to work in the morning.
They went.
This
Did it?
couple, they turn everything off before they left.
Oh yeah, right.
Sometimes they get home, and there'd be new files out on that hard disk or computer, which was now running. It turned on by invisible hands, I guess.
And turned on by invisible hands, I guess. Right? I don't know. I'm just saying. I know a hint of
Oh, they were gone.
sarcasm.
And the files
little
would
bit,
contain
yeah.
text, like pictures, like the literature, contain images in form of JPEG files and TIFF files.
TIFF files.
And there was a concerted effort by our spirit group to try to give us more information about what life is like on the other side. And I was really impressed by that picture and letter.
Spiritcom.
but I
See,
couldn't-
I knew it would come back around to it.
Anything that comes back to George Meek is going to come back to the Spiritcom. Unfortunately,
Well,
it kind of like
that's-
overshadows all of his other stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was for real. It seemed so mind-boggling to me at the time. But George has some even more compelling evidence. He said that he and another man named Bill O'Neill had developed a device they call Spiritcom, short for Spirit Communication. Bill O'Neill would stand in front of the Spiritcom device, and he would talk to people on the other side of the veil, the way that you or I might stand in front of the speakerphone and talk to someone on the other side of town or on the other side of the Atlantic. And this is what the Spiritcom sounded like.
That's me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm in family talk things like where with Dealey's, this is what time I able to already know and that year.
That was your head.
The fact is, he's saying, "Hans, you know, I said you're son of shirt. You love your this way, not you."
He's a
You could carry a person.
So Bill O'Neill
That's a
was.
weird. That's not
Bill
what
O-
it sounds like.
It kind of was.
Where's the like the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, it was doing
Robobox
that.
sound? I couldn't hear that at all.
Yeah, it would do that sometimes in between. Not always like this. This is.
This is
Maybe.
different audio,
I don't
dude.
know.
I don't know
I'd
if
have
I've
to-
ever heard this one
Yeah.
before.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the other video. I thought it was the same. I don't know. Maybe
Cross-
not.
Much.
There were fascinating, actually about 20 hours of dialogues between Bill O'Neill and his spirit friends, mostly with Doc Mueller, over a period of 4 years. And it was captured on tape. So I thought, if this is for real, if he's really getting this kind of contacts from the other side, there must be something to this afterlife. George said that wasn't the end of it either. He said that one day he went down to his basement lab with a 35mm camera and a tripod, and he set up the camera to take pictures, a series of about 200 pictures automatically under special lighting. So George was sitting in a chair under the special lighting.
Fuck was
and
that?
he had an out-of-body experience, which he captured on film. Because of the projection of the energy body and its proverbial silver cord. And you can see right through his physical body.
Did you do that? Or is that in the presentation?
yeah.
And he said he
No, I
replicated
did it.
this on another.
Okay, that threw me off. I was
This
like,
time
what
his
the hell?
physical body was only partially
Okay,
transparent.
yeah.
You could see for his legs. But again, you can see a projection of the energy body and proverbial silver cord.
It's funny.
So there were a lot of
Sorry.
interesting people at that
Oh yeah,
conference.
so he did the pic photos too,
It was
right?
only partially transparent. And you could see through his legs.
Yeah,
The
Again, you can see
ectoplasm.
projection of the energy body and
yeah,
silver cord.
a silver cord. Like I don't. The
So there
silver
were a lot of
cord.
interesting people at that conference in 1991.
Where
and
exactly?
we're
I
sharing
mean, I
lot
see a bunch of
interesting
stuff
things.
here, but I don't know.
When it was George Meek's afterlife research, that really just about knocked me out of my chair. It changed my life.
Changed
So
my
I-
life.
So
Well, I think that
So
the
cool,
guy
whatever the
is,
hell he's got in front of him right there.
The
is cool.
guy is not there. Like that's
What
the
is
thing. Is
that
the guy
thing?
is not really in the picture.
Close friends.
What's the
and,
thing that he's sitting next
said,
to
"Mark,
right
what
there?
I'm doing
The,
this afternoon
the
is just some
bubble
research is
thing,
here,
bro.
by the way."
What
Well,
is
that's
that?
not the
We're
point.
on a
The
flight
point
to
is that
Europe.
guy,
And
What?
what I saw there,
the
really
guy sitting in the
changed my
chair,
life forever.
is supposed to
There was
be
a
the
couple in
ghost.
Luxembourg who
No, well, no. I think he was showing like another I think he's
Look
trying
at
to.
his. Where are his legs? Scroll down that picture. Look at
Yeah.
his
Again,
leg.
you can
Well,
see
hold
a
on. I
projection of the
can't.
energy
But
body.
hold on.
and
You can see his knee
silver
right there. It
cord.
looks like he was moving his legs. Looks like a
Looks like-
long,
So
Oh,
it looks like
long
a
it's
long
just-
yeah,
exposure
yeah,
for
that's fair.
some
Shit, I didn't even
1991
think about that.
and
and it
Good
looks like
point.
he
showing
was
a lot of
moving
interesting
around the
things.
whole time.
Good point.
There
Yep.
was George Meek's actinide research that really just about knocked me out of my chair. It changed my life. So I
So you can see
started
there's
to contact
different,
George Leek.
like,
Yep.
And I tested
you can see
myself
his
for
sock
several
down
months.
here.
I'd write to
And
him.
see-
I went to visit him a couple times, and we became close friends. And
But this, what
he
is
said,
this?
"Mark, what I'm doing is
That
nothing. You
is
should sit with
interesting.
researchers in Europe."
It's a photo effect from a long exposure. Man.
Flight to Europe.
This
And,
thing,
what I
whatever
saw
this
there really
device is
changed
it?
my life forever.
Oh, the globe
couple of
thing?
months
Yeah, I
ago,
don't know. It
who,
could be one of those.
I
He
have their
says
home.
it looks like he lit a fart.
They had a set
Okay,
of radios
fair
tuned
enough.
between stations, so just a low hiss of white noise.
Look at all
filled
this
the room.
stuff, man.
And we spent the afternoon
that a
just drinking
parabolic?
water and talking to each other, getting to know each other. And suddenly the
I don't
sounds of the
know, is
radio
that-
began to fade away
What
as the
is
voice
this
of one
thing?
of our spirit friends
This
faded
is
in.
the shit that I want. I want this stuff.
Oh, that thing
Well, this
above the
right
dish,
here is
that's an
just
oscilloscope.
This is an oscilloscope. Yes, this is a clock.
Yeah.
I don't know what these things are. They look like
They're like
like
speakers.
bookshelf speakers, sort of.
Yeah. And then a radio receiver down below.
Some sort of receiver, and this looks like a transmitter, and this looks like another receiver or transmitter, probably a receiver if I had to guess. This looks like some sort of transmitter or an amp of some sort. But this looks like a parabolic
Yeah.
light,
Could be.
and I can't tell what we're sitting
Or
on.
could
over
it be
here.
an antenna?
And what is this? That looks like that's probably some kind of meter, like an EMF detector or a radio frequency meter.
Yeah. Looks like maybe a multimeter of some sort.
Yeah, well, right. That's what I say. But they didn't have
Or like a
that.
tri-field. Kind of
It's
looks
got
like a
little
millimeter,
kickstand
but I
on
know
it.
it's
It does look like a mil. That's what I was gonna say. But they didn't have millimeters. And this photo is from the 70s, bro.
Yeah, Galka didn't create the millimeter until like what, post 2009?
Yeah, I mean, but the shape of it is very similar to. Well, I mean, EMF, like a handheld electronic testing devices. Just
Yeah.
look at voltmeters. There's thousands of them, but they all have a similar shape, and a lot of them have the kickstands, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I have 2 of those.
Yeah, I would be surprised if you didn't have like 4.
Well, I have 2 of those like that.
Oh, 2 of the Kleins?
Yeah, 2 of the
They're nice. Kleins are nice.
Kleins are pretty nice.
And he said it can only work when the vibrations of those present are in complete harmony and when their aims and intentions are pure.
See, there's a level of psychic mediumship that goes along with it.
Yeah, metaphysical like energy. Yeah.
Yeah. They're speaking in German, I believe.
Oh,
Okay, hallo, Wiener. Hallo.
Yeah.
Hallo.
and some message. And then the spirit went on to address each of us in the room individually by name and give us each a personal message. And this is the one he gave to me.
What in the fuck is that? What was that though? I know that I'm hearing this in the background. It sounds like a dude, like an old 50s sports announcer, like, finally, last but not least. But I'm talking
But
about
it's more like
the
Personal message. And this
the
is
girl
way
or
it's
the
way-
yeah. What?
maybe that was an artifact of the radio that they were using, just a weird
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like the people that were talking, but their
or
voices are
filming.
back, their voices are backwards. Yeah, but their voices are backwards. Sounds like to me.
Hmm.
Is that an editing thing?
They're still speaking in German, it sounds like.
Yeah, sometimes, but then other times not. Or it's just the sound is modulated to a degree where it sounds like they're not actually saying anything. You know,
Now,
frequencies.
is the lady, are they just continuing this letter in different voices? Is that what's happening?
No, but you can hear the other voice in the background, though, right?
Yeah, but is it all part of this one speech? Like I can't hear the main voice of the like the gruffy voice that was at the
Not
beginning.
anymore. Not anymore,
No.
because this other thing drowns it out.
So that was my experience in Luxembourg.
Huh.
In Italy, there was a fellow named Marcello Bacci who'd been using the same.
Gee.
He was using the same radio.
No shit.
He'd been using
Sorry.
it since the 1950s. It was an old vacuum tube style radio. Now guests would visit him and gather in his basement, and they would talk to their deceased loved ones through Marcello's radio. He
Yeah,
told me that
Bocce.
sometimes
Yeah.
the spirit friends would not only
Mhm.
talk to him as guests, but also
Another
sing to
legend.
them.
That's an editing thing, dude. That somebody did this. They were like talking over because this, right? Because that
I
sounds
almost
very
wonder
similar.
if it sounds
What
like
is
a
that?
radio artifact or something, like when they're scanning through the channels. It's weird. Like a weird signal, but it's a woman. You know, like when you bring something close to the AM signal and it, like a phonetic generator or something.
And this is a German man named Adolf Holmes. Adolf's mother died when he was just a baby, so he had a lifelong yearning to somehow get to know the mother that he'd never known on Earth. And it seemed like an impossible task or impossible dream until he heard about ITC, and then he became infatuated with the research, and he became immersed in it. He'd get up every morning and begin to experiment with his radios or televisions. And it wasn't long before spirit faces began to flash across his television set, like the picture of his late mother.
Oh hell no!
Now, apparently, Elise Carroll Holmes, after she died on Earth,
Yeah, I believe that
lodged in
picture.
the finer realms of spirits.
Way more than the other
And
one.
she had no interest whatsoever.
Yeah.
In it. She'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Yeah,
as
me
many
too.
people do.
It's what- it's
with crossover.
believable.
His
It's
life
more
was
believable.
So much different.
It is.
It's like a drain
Yes.
left behind.
Especially when it looks
His
like somebody
desire was
that
so
you can
intense to have
compare
her
it to.
back working with him, and some ethereal beings.
And there's
who I thought
context
later
to it.
were angels.
Well, it's working off of
Not like,
radio.
oh look at that, it looks like Jesus. Okay,
Invited
why
her to
would
come
Jesus' face
participate in
be,
the research.
be in my TV
with
screen
her
though?
son from Earth.
Why would
And she
Jesus
agreed to do
visit
that. She
you?
became its chief collaborator after all those years of being away from the Earth. Interesting story. Another face that Adolf received on his television set belonged to Friedrich Jurgensen. Jurgensen was a pioneer in what's called EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon. Back in the 1950s, after World War II, audio taping became popular for the first time. People would take music and nature sounds and conversations, and sometimes they play it back and they hear these tiny voices on tape, voices that by all
Jurgensen.
thought shouldn't be there. So some people began to study and catalog these voices, and they've evolved into what's now called EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon. And Friedrich Jurgensen was one of the pioneers in this work. He was out taping bird songs one day, and one message came from his mother. It said, "Friedel, my little Friedel, can you hear me?" Friedel's a nickname for Friedrich. These are other voices too.
Or as we pronounce it in South Carolina, Jurgensen. Jurgensen? That Jurgensen fella? Tim Lovejoy. Tim Lovejoy is
bird songs in the night.
Timmy's joining the live.
When I look at our world, it seems kind of dark.
Nancy says
very
early SDs.
vibration here on Earth.
Maybe.
In any case, Jurgensen became a very well-known pioneer in EVP, often regarded as like the father of EVP. And after he died, he continued the work. He died in 1987. And several years later, he sent this picture to Adolf Holmes. And the way it came through was kind of interesting.
This picture says 91.
Adolf Holmes would wake up in a trance-like state some mornings. He was a very psychically gifted man. And when he woke up in this trance, that's when he had his best results experimenting. So on his one morning, he
Be careful,
color
Timmy.
TV out and turned it on, which was unusual. He usually worked with his black and white television. And then he set the video camera in front of the TV. And as soon as he turned on both units, this picture of Friedrich Jurgensen showed up on Adolf Holmes' television screen. He started talking to the TV as he always does, hoping that
when you die, can you do that?
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
What?
In this case, it was a
Can you show your face on a TV for me?
If I can, I will. Don't doubt for a second that once if I get out of here and it's a situation which is tolerable, that I will pick that situation if it allows me to communicate. You know what I mean?
All I'm gonna say is
I say that now, but I don't know what's gonna happen after I die. So
right. But
My
here's the
reveals
deal,
shit
though:
makes
if
none
you,
of it
when you
sense.
die, if you're able to, you need to come on to the ITCS TV, so that way we both know which TV you're gonna go through. Right, the ITCS, that TV.
Sure. Got it.
Cool. Now that we have a game plan, let's continue.
But there was a loud cracking sound in the next room. So when the voice went away off his television, he turned off TV and video camera and went next door to the next room. They found his computer had been turned on by itself. The printer had been turned on. That was a printout in the printer. And it said, "This is Friedel from Sweden." I'm going to try to paraphrase the message if I can. So it's kind of important. He said, "Spread this message as far and wide as you can. We have a difficult time contacting the earth because minds have been closed off spiritual. And we get a new awakening among humans so we can open up bridges." He said, "I sent this picture to you in 1991 at your time, but it arrives today in 1994. And for these 3 years, it's been lost in the quantum of timelessness and spacelessness."
Starting to sound like you now. In the quantum. What does that mean? Well, just don't worry about it. It means it's quantum.
Which is an unusual thing. This is the kind of insights we're getting from ITC.
Idiot. Well, you don't know what quantum means, do you, dumbass?
This means very tiny.
Timeless nebulous. It's kind of an illusion of our world.
Atomic level
And
particles.
so they'll send us something, and it will not arrive in our world until the conditions are right. For example, Adolf Holmes' trance-like state that morning, also use of the technology, the color TV and the video camera. All those conditions came to.
We got to install microwave ovens. We got to move these color TVs.
Together and your contact
say
came
that.
through.
I'm just gonna say, if anybody has any of those, 1N
This is Friedrich Jurgensen in lifetime.
2,
and you can see it
3,
resembles,
B,
he's an older man.
microwave,
Pretty much
capacitors?
in the screwed up picture.
or are they transistors? I can't remember.
you talking about?
The little 1N23B. You know what I'm talking about? The
three
diodes.
Oh, you're talking about the germanium diodes?
No, I'm talking about the ones that they used to use in World War II for radio communications, but they mainly used them for microwave ovens. Like,
oh, yeah, I don't know.
but like they used them in World War II for like radio communications.
Probably buy them on eBay from Russian warehouses and shit.
Dude, I'm just saying, if anybody has any, who knows? You know, Timmy, I know has all kinds of weird radio shit. He's got ham radios, all kinds of stuff. So.
Into it, yeah. If well, yeah. Anyway,
this is one of my favorite ITC contacts of all time. This is an ethereal being or an angel. And
what? A thermal beam for a what?
An ethereal being.
Oh,
he's an older man of lifetime than pretty much at the prime of life in the spirit picture.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite ITC contacts of all time. This is an ethereal being or an angel.
This is an ethereal being
seven of them
or an
been working
angel.
with us since 1995, or actually a little bit before that.
Looks like a woman.
They are the ones who make these
or a hooded person.
forms of
Yeah, it's a woman. It looks like hair, dude. Looks like blonde
Yeah,
hair.
it looks like it was parted at the top. Yeah.
Physical bodies.
Yeah.
They don't have a
70s
gender.
hair. Like
And they
what's her
don't have
name?
the skin and the ego that we have on Earth.
Can't think
These
of
things give us the illusion of individuality. So without those illusions, they live together in clusters in the ethereal realm.
Joan Jett.
Very tightly knit groups of angels.
That's one thing about.
They come apart once in a while to do individual tasks and functions and projects, but then they always come back together where they feel most comfortable. And I think, I didn't say this, but I believe this is one of the seven also, this ethereal-like form of attribute. And you can see why people that attribute them with wings.
I don't know, man. So that's what he's into, but there was some other stuff. I was more into him. Oh, is this it?
Well, that's what he's into.
He's in he was into some like, okay, maybe not him, but his background and the thing that he supposedly was able to see other dimensions using a red a red colored, not exactly red, but it was a shade of red that was specific. And he said he could see buildings and I think maybe creatures or something.
Oh, the red mercury.
I don't know what.
Or not the red mercury, it's the red sulfur.
Something like that. It's similar. Well, a lot of people, you've heard of the rumor
Those
about
goggles.
The Vietnam era military night vision goggles. They didn't use
they used red
instead, and the part of the spectrum they use.
No, was it green phosphorus or what was the?
Green phosphorus is what they use now. That's the green.
No, I'm talking about red. Was it red? It was red something.
Red phosphine. I don't know.
What was it, Timmy? Timmy, tell us. This is why Timmy is. Oh, he's driving. Never mind. Don't do that.
Yeah, never mind. Don't do that, Timmy. Okay, so that was a sort of Mark Macy a little bit. So he knows a lot about all the ITC stuff.
Like Timmy.
But I guess what I was saying is I'm more interested in his work. But that is about him. Basically going over everybody else's work, it seemed like. But I think we were getting into it, actually. We're at right here.
How long is that video you said?
Well, that's why I skipped ahead.
The middle
I know we gotta go here soon.
Paradise. It's much like the Earth. Not
We can
quite as
pick
much
up
of a
here.
paradise as the higher astral.
Well, I was only
I
saying
just
because it
launched
looks like
Comfort
there's
Zone
only
together.
there's so much
Yeah.
that he hasn't
Yeah, it's
even
an
gotten
hour.
into
Yeah,
yet.
it's an hour and 24
Are there any other
minutes. Yeah.
comments or questions about anything I thought that I still thought of?
See that?
Were you given instructions to make?
You heard that.
Were you
That-
given instructions from some place that enabled you to make the Illuminator?
No, all I got was permission from my wife. Said I was on money. So there was a fellow in Michigan, Battleford, Michigan, who named Patrick Richards, who develops the meme makers. And there's, I think there's 8 or 9 of them in the world right now. No, they're almost all used for healing purposes. Everybody always wants an energy healer, and this creates kind of a healing feel.
Okay. So we'll just kind of pick up about halfway through the video. I want to see. Actually, I'll probably just go. There's other videos he's got, and we'll watch something else. But yeah.
Well,
Anyway, this
next
guy.
week I'll bring on Ron and Lord Ed.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
we
We'll
can-
just get it straight
we
from
can-
the people's mouths, the experts. Neil Peel, the Paranormal Peep Show. That's his channel. That's the whole video. It's an hour and
Shout
24
out.
minutes. If you want to watch it, it's got some creepy audio in it. I know that.
Shout out.
If you're trying to do some paranormal investigating, you're trying to go on a ghost hunt, then all you have to do is come to Paranormal Task Force Facebook page, or you can go to Supernatural Inc.'s Facebook page, and we have lots of events set up this year. We have coming up first will be the Pythian Castle, and that's in March, and then like the 2 weeks later, or a week, yeah, it's like 2 weeks later. Is going to be the Wichita haunt. What is it? What do I call it? Haunting Wichita or whatever. Haunted Wichita weekend. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be Haunted Wichita weekend. I was like haunted whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so that's gonna be the Aviation Museum on Friday night, and then on Saturday, that's going to be Old Cowtown. So, and then we also have the tickets for LaBall Mansion, which is a good one. But yeah, Pythian Castle is the next one coming up. So make sure you go over to one of those pages, Supernatural Inc. or Paranormal Task Force, and you can find the link pretty easy and the events, and just head on over there and pick up some tickets, and let's go ghost hunting and do stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Christy Rico, I suppose. Hello, Christy. I probably did not Richo, or I don't know.
Rico.
Sorry.
Sounds like
Rico.
it looks like
I was thinking Rico. That's what immediately what popped in. That's what I said.
or maybe Richo. That would be weird. Or unusual. I don't know.
Mariah, have you guys watched documentary Calling Earth by then? I don't think I have. Calling Earth.
No.
I'll check that out.
But for any of y'all interested in the quantum realm, look up the film Power of 10. Just YouTube it. It's like a 10-minute video.
Just YouTube it, man.
YouTube it.
Yeah, so you can go to those pages to get tickets. Like I said, Austin,
Mhm.
you got anything? You tell people where to go for stuff. Wow.
Well, okay, so I mean, yeah, we got idcdevices.com, idcinstitute.net. Those are for IDC devices, which I'm partnering with JW Prather on. And then I know, I mean, if anybody wants custom devices, I do all of that. So yeah, I'm working on, this is one I'm bringing down to the museum. It's only one half of it, but it's going to have the LEDs on it and everything. So
Cool.
yeah, that's all I got. I'm not professional like that.
MN.
Not that I ain't going to Minnesota anytime
Is that
soon.
Minnesota or Maine? I'm just kidding.
Minnesota.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'll be going to Minnesota anytime soon.
It's
But
too cold, man.
bro, it's very cold. I'm dying down here in Kansas City. Most of our events this year. Well, we'll be doing one in Deadwood, South Dakota, maybe.
Minnesota might as well be Canada, man. It's like that cold. It's
For devices, Austin, your where you can go.
just my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/austin.maynard.10, I think. Or Instagram, it's at the UGPN. Or no, I take that back. It's at the _UGPN for Instagram. Other than that, I'm not very good at this. Like I said, I'm not a pro. Not like you.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. For anything you want from Supernatural Ink, you want your microcoms, you want your ink boxes, you want your OG ink boxes, you want your mini ink box, whatever you want, your ink box S.
Quite the
If
variety.
you want any of those things, then you can go to Supernatural Ink, send us a message, and we'll get back to you. Supernatural Ink on pretty much anything.
Emoji ink boxes. Those things are
They're the bee's knees. The only thing better is the
cat's pajamas. Is that one of those things?
cat's pajamas. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good box.
But y'all have a good night and have a good week, and we'll see y'all again next week. Lord be willing. Amen.